Ooh, look alive, ladies and gentlemen, sports fans around the world. We are the Millie Goats. This is episode 38, June 18th, 2023. Let us be the first to wish you, nay, not a happy Father's Day, but also a happy Father's Day, but happy Wanna Get Away Day. Tex live from his J-Val, what'd you call it?
He has a Price is Right microphone right now. Like he's Bob Barker holding the little skinny microphone in front of his face. Tune in to see it on YouTube.
Yeah, tune in. He came on and J-Val goes, "What in the Price is Right is that?"
Holy smokes.
Like when you see one of those mullets, you go, "What in the Kentucky is going on out here?"
I didn't even notice it. I did not
It
even
looks like
notice
a
it.
bug on his face.
Oh my gosh.
Into his
Right
beard.
there.
And now I see it. Holy moly, that's great.
The car ran real good. Car ran real good.
Cover. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Oh, we're gonna get to that later. Okay. Happy Wanna Get Away Day.
Contestant. Come on down.
Come on down.
Come on down. The
okay.
price is wrong.
Oh, you brought up
Bobby.
car. I didn't fill out my
Bobby.
NASCAR lineup.
Ugh.
And me either.
I forgot
I
about
realized it till it was
NASCAR
too
too.
late. I was like,
Did
"Who's
I?
NASCAR today?"
Nobody did. I
Did
wish I would have.
anybody
I'd have
get
gotten
in
a win.
Dang it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good for us. Good for us. Good
Happy
for us.
Father's Day out there to all the dads. All of us, I think. No, Butch P. Butch P.
Dog Dad.
Dog Dad.
Dog Dad.
Dog.
Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Double
My
Dog
dogs will
Dad.
hunt too.
Happy Father's Day. Did you guys do anything?
Yeah, we had a nice little get together at our mom's house. It's kind of nice because she didn't even mention at all that you weren't there. She didn't even mention your name. It's crazy. It's a great time.
Tex probably
Great
got
time.
more presents today than he does on Christmas.
Great time. Just feel like the whole place is complete. You guys ever get that feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that feeling whenever I just went out of the money on my Millie Maker about 10 seconds ago as the tournament's finishing up and fell out of the Wodamaker first place. Speaking of which, golf is still going on. We still have Wyndham and Ricky, poor Ricky. They're on 17. And
McElroy's still playing.
Yeah, McElroy and Scheffler are on 18. So that will finish as we are going on. So I've got it on in the background. So did we win the Millie? To be determined. We can't say yes. We can't say no because it's not over yet. So, but on the show, it is Takeo Sunday. Well, salute your sports Sundays. Water cooler debate, DFS Segi, how dare you, other relevant sports news, the Intersquad Dad-Kings Jamboree results, which I got robbed, what is about to happen yet again. The Wodamaker. So we'll get to all that throughout the show. Also, we've got a sports dead zone, but not here. Nope. We keep on keeping on. We got all your golf and other sports information. We got the U.S. Open finishing up, like we said, College World Series, and the NFL rumor mill, especially as fantasy football season approaches. We also had a congressional baseball game.
Yeah, you told me about that. I was like,
dude,
what in the world are you even talking about?
I think it was the great marketing by them. They put that thing on. It was basically this, I guess, the people of Congress, the Democrats versus the Republicans, and they were playing a baseball game for charity. It was the Congressional Baseball Game for Charity is what it was called, and it was airing on FS1. I was like, great marketing because it had, I think, what day was it? Tuesday or Wednesday? The Stanley Cup and the NBA Finals had just ended, and the College World Series hadn't started. So I just caught myself watching like 20 minutes of that game for some reason.
Were there any live arms out there?
One of the guys who came on in relief for the Republican team was throwing some gas. No control though, but it was funny to watch some of those dudes run the bases and swing
Colors.
No dingers. Not even. No, they were playing on a real size baseball field.
Was there a whammy wagon out there somewhere?
There was not a whammy wagon. There was a filibuster cart that they would get in.
Oh,
there was a veto van.
Did a bunch of runs show up late night after the game?
I don't know. I never saw the final score. And then we also had drama at the Big Rock, and I will get to that later. Tex, have you even seen this?
Yeah, we were talking about today.
Baby Shark.
Okay. All right. Yes. All right. Okay. National want to get away today. J-Vi, did you write this?
I did.
Do it.
I don't normally pick up the national days of the week. Normally that's your job, but you were slacking a little bit. I don't know what you're doing. I guess maybe hanging out with your kids on Father's Day. But I looked it up. I saw National Want to Get Away Day, and I felt like it just clicked for our whole weekend. So maybe it's National Want to Get Away Weekend because our lineups were so bad this weekend. Maybe it is for you today since you just fell out. But Southwest Airlines founded this day in 2021 to celebrate their 50th anniversary of an airline. It's also coined by Snickers when you're not acting like yourself.
Like Rory just was whenever he missed that birdie putt on 18 to tie it.
Yes. So I thought it fit. I thought it fit with the weekend and how everything went. At least for me.
Well,
at least for me. I can't speak for you guys. I was all in. Yeah, we'll get to it.
Isn't Southwest the one everybody gets mad at?
No, I think that's Spirit and Frontier. Southwest is like you don't get to pick your seat. It's like
you're a travel guy.
Group A, and you rush to just find your seat.
Yes. Well, yeah. Normally I do that, but I don't.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
Is Snickers the best?
No, Snickers the candy.
Well, I know, but they took it from Snickers.
No,
I think it's two different phrases.
Snickers is like, do you want to get away when you're not acting like yourself? Have a Snickers.
What if you had a Snickers on a Southwest flight?
Oh, that's double getaway.
Now you're in the quantum realm with Ant-Man. Okay, so there you go. National Want to Get Away Day. All right, now let's get into the Salute Your Sports segment. This is where we have digested a week for a few days full of sports, and we come out with the hottest takes. So we're going to let Tex take it first. Go.
Yeah, I'm just realignment starting to heat back up as we get closer to football season. And the most recent mentions were UNC and UVA both trying to get, I don't know if it's courted or wooed by both the Big Ten and SEC. That'd be that sends some pretty big shockwaves if ACC lost both of those schools. But Arizona, I think that would be hurt. That would be a big deal to lose UNC and UVA in basketball for sure for the ACC and in baseball. The only sport it wouldn't really, as of late, matter much in is football.
But isn't this what it's all about?
What do you mean?
Women's soccer would be a hit. Would be hurt too. From Carolina.
For UNC,
Field hockey
Carolina.
too.
Field hockey.
Yeah.
No
I'm
joke.
just talking about
there.
the big three.
They go a lot deeper than just the top sports
that bring in all the money.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, I guess they're trying to, like, from a school perspective, I guess they're trying to increase their brand or whatever, but it'd be bad for the conferences.
ACC is falling apart though.
Yep. I mean, just think if they lost Clemson.
Clemson's not going anywhere because they get to play that schedule and then get into the college football playoff all the time.
If Clemson went anywhere, it'd be Big 12.
Yeah. Also, Arizona and Colorado were mentioned a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
San Diego
can't go
State
anywhere.
talking about going to the Pac-12. I think Oregon and Washington.
Where's Colorado going?
Big 12.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just what the whirlwind rumors are saying. I don't know.
I just
think it's great that as football's coming back, that this is coming back up again, because it means maybe a chance of some of the smaller guys
get into these Power Fives.
Yeah, like San Diego State. It'd be cool to see that in a Pac-12.
I thought there was some other news out of Colorado not related to realigning. Deion Sanders and he's at risk of losing his foot again or something.
What? Really?
Oh, is he? I
Yeah.
didn't even.
Yeah, he had to have 2 toes amputated.
Mm.
And then now it's coming back. I don't know, something to do with chronic turf toe or something. I don't know.
Chronic turf toe. Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
So,
I remember I used to get so mad at him for sitting out for turf toe.
and now
He was always sitting out.
Now his foot is at risk. That's what I've seen in the news.
Chronic CFE.
Yep.
Hmm.
Okay, J-Vi.
I'm gonna go a little different sport here, a little football, because the state of Miami is hot right now.
Is it back?
They signed Messi last week.
The
The Miami Football Club signed Messi, and part of his deal is he gets like a percentage of the money that the MLS makes from their Apple subscriptions. He gets a percentage of the team, and like he gets something else crazy. But to bring it full circle, my original reason why I'm doing him as a takeover is I saw a stat that Messi has scored a regular season goal in every single minute of regulation except for the first minute. So 90-minute game, he's scored a goal in every single minute except for the first minute.
So the second minute.
Scored.
Third minute.
Scored.
Fourth minute.
Goal.
Wow. Fifth minute.
Goal.
34th minute.
Goal.
39th minute.
Goal.
Goal.
52nd minute. 61st minute.
Bar.
Goal.
67th minute.
But I mean, that is unbelievable stat, in my opinion.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah. Every single minute he's scored a goal.
That's insane. Okay. Here's mine. Dan Hicks has got a severe problem. The guy can't stop with he hasn't done this. He hasn't made a bogey. He hasn't made a bogey all round. He hasn't missed a putt under 5 feet. Like every time somebody was going to take a shot, Dan Hicks is there to be like, Mr. Well, actually, and say like, he's got a bogey-free round going. It's like, why would you say that, dude? You're in sports. Do you not watch baseball? You don't say the guy's not throwing you don't say the guy's throwing a perfect game.
He did that to Wyndham yesterday, and he got Wyndham bogey after that.
That's what I'm saying. He kept doing it. Hasn't had a bogey all round. And he was just trying, like he was egging it on. There was something else, too. I can't remember where there was another little to somebody else. But anyways, Dan Hicks, come on, man. Don't be saying this person hasn't had a bogey when they're putting for par. You just don't do that. Like, oh, he hasn't missed a field goal in 48 or 29 tries. Well, what's going to happen, pal? So stop it, Dan Hicks. Get it together. All right. Butch P.
Dude, they're on the green in 2 right now.
Wyndham Clark.
Fans are rushing.
Wyndham could win it.
Here they come.
All
man,
12 of them.
You'd
There's
have
nobody there.
Dude, that was another thing I was going to bring up in a little bit. Dude.
The players have been bashing the tournament.
Have they?
Yeah, about how bad the course has been, how like there's been no support because Los Angeles Country Club bought all the tickets and they didn't let a bunch of general admission tickets where like that's where most of the good fans come. It was just like a big corporate event.
Wow. Sounds like a game at MSG. But yeah, it was
they have to pay all that money for the renovations, and then they're probably the members.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess a bunch of the members bought the tickets. They sold them to a bunch of the members, and not a lot of people showed up.
There's not a lot of crowd noise. There's a lot of holes where you can't really hear anything when a putt goes in or anything. So
there's a lot of holes that don't really have spectators at it.
Yeah, like 13 and 15.
There's a hole that's 87 yards long.
Yeah. Dang. Man, poor Ricky. But good for Wyndham Clark.
I got an honorable mention, though. I got an honorable mention, somewhat funny story. At least I thought it was funny.
Go ahead.
Last week, had the privilege of doing an interview with Sergeant Slaughter. 9 o'clock in the morning, he walks in. We're getting set up. He walks in. Nobody saw him walk in. He walked in, and the first thing he said was, "At ease, soldiers." And everybody turned around like, "What? What just
Where'd
happened?"
this guy come from?
He's like, "At ease." And like we're all staring there, and then like he introduced himself, and we finished getting set up. He's sitting down there. He goes, "Can we do something before we start?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, like whatever you want." He made us he made us do the Pledge of Allegiance with our hands over our hearts before we started his interview.
Oh man, yes.
Did you remember the words?
Of course, of
Okay.
course.
You didn't start
But-
singing Eric Church, did you?
But I was just like dying laughing.
Pledge
Like,
allegiance
God,
to
this
the
guy
hat.
is this guy is 50 years removed from being in wrestling. He's still doing the act.
He's all in, baby.
Yeah, and then we proceeded to do a 10-hour interview with him. Oh, God, it was brutal.
Yes.
Should be
Oh,
a good
man.
show, though. Should be a good show.
Wyndham Clark's got what, 3 putts to win the U.S. Open here.
Yep.
You'd have to be an idiot to say you shouldn't play this guy.
I know.
I don't know if you've seen the videos. Who's going to have the guts to play Wyndham Clark? Okay. All right. While Wyndham sets up to hopefully win his first, got to no Wyndham hold him, no Wyndham fold him, baby. All right. Water cooler debate segment. Got some good ones here. We ran a couple of polls this week. Hit it.
Are you serious?
Oh my God, you're an idiot. Are you kidding me?
Okay. It's the water cooler debate segment. We pick a topic, any topic, doesn't matter. Could be sports, could be life. We pose the question. We give our answers. We put the poll on Twitter at MillyGoats, and the people vote on it and comment their answers. So, but first, as usual, no better day, no better time than right now, Father's Day, for an all-time dad joke. I wrote this myself, like I do all the ones we read. What do you call a dramatic TV show about bubbles?
Bubble guppies.
Nope. Soap opera. And then a special submission. I got him. Oh, special submission.
Hey,
submission.
did that one sing to you?
Oh man, love it. Oh, my son, 4 years old, had this one. What do you call a coconut that can't open its mouth without any lips? Dang it, I forgot. No, I forgot what the end of the punchline was.
Oh, happy Father's Day.
You ruined his joke.
Oh
Holy
no.
moly.
Oh no. I'll have to come back to that. Okay, let me
Yeah.
think about that.
What a
All right.
cliffhanger.
That's right. Stay tuned, folks. Episode 37, the water cooler debate was who is the GOAT non-NFL athlete that would have been a QB? Probably the most votes we've ever had. Tex, 42% of the vote with Allen Iverson takes first place. I was second with Jokic, who had 29% of the vote. Butch P was third with Derek Jeter, 15%.
Not an athlete.
Not an athlete. We told you. And J-Bye was last with Todd Helton. That was a good reach, though.
Our followers don't know ball.
Oh, calling out the listeners.
Wow.
Wow, Wyndham Clark wins the U.S. Open. He did it.
He did do it.
Emotional on the green.
Man.
Wow.
How about Wyndham Clark went to high school with Christian McCaffrey?
Whoa.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wasn't he Wyndham Clark's an Oregon guy, right?
He grew up with him.
Colorado.
So for him to win at Wells Fargo, Chris McCaffrey, Charlotte. Now winning California, McCaffrey, Niners.
Wow. There you go, folks. Okay. So the other polls we this is probably our fault. We're sorry, Ricky. We ran a poll for the bandwagon and the fan wagon. And Goodfellas won with 41% of the vote, beat out the Ricky Mouse Club and the Fowlership of the Ring, which I know is Texas' favorite. And then the other one we ran was, should there be golf after dark like this all summer? They should just play all the tournaments in California because having golf at night is awesome. And I was shocked by this. 67% of people said yes, which means 33 said no. So I don't get that. But anyways,
there's all people there disliking our YouTube clips.
Yeah. What'd you say, Tex?
So I don't know why people wouldn't like the idea of being able to sit down at primetime television time and watch golf in the evening.
Yeah.
Like
there's nothing else.
Go out and play golf and then come back and watch it as the evening wraps up.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know who would say no to that.
Yeah. But there's
you play around on Sunday, you miss most of the action usually.
Yeah. I mean, that's when you want to play golf. So you play golf. Then you come back and then you get to watch golf. They should all be on West Coast time. They should be from
that should be
Colorado over to California.
Yep, I like
all
that.
summer for golf.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a great idea, but people didn't agree. So, all right. Now, this episode's I didn't say this week's. This episode's water cooler debate. What is the greatest of all time beach toy? Butch P, do you want to lead us off? We'll give you first. You get the number one draft pick.
Man, all right. Get my swagger back here. I wasn't prepared to be number one, but I'm gonna go with.
What does it take to be number one?
The boogie board.
Oh, that's a good one.
The skim board, the boogie board.
Not the skim board. You get hurt on a skim board.
Well, not if you're an athlete.
There's a well, I mean, you cross a certain age, your skim board days are numbered.
Yeah, I want to see everybody in this room try and hop on a skim board.
Absolutely
no,
not.
I don't.
No. Nope. Prove it, J-Vi.
How many beers deep are we?
Definitely a cooler.
I can't even. I had to retire the slides around the house because I kept slipping and falling. You think I'd be? You think I'd be good at on a skimboard going 20 miles an hour? Absolutely not.
Hey, I can see it. Absolutely, just coasting out there.
No, I'm not trying to shred. I'm not trying to shred anymore. It hurts to even walk on the seashells at the beach now. I was down there today. There's nothing worse than that. That's equivalent to stepping on a Lego, right? On those seashells.
No, totally
worse.
You're ready for it. You're ready for the seashells. The Lego, or a little Paw Patrol figurine, or the Hatchimals. I don't know if you guys know about Hatchimals, but those things.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Stepping on one of those things, you might as well just like step on a bee.
Yeah, those are terrible. Okay,
you got winter feet, dude.
Dude, boogie boards, good one. That's a good one, Butch. All right, Tex. Come on, give the people what they want.
I'm going.
You have more toys than anybody for the beach right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going with a nice bucket. You can take that bucket, just a bucket. Yep. You can fill it up with water and wash your hands.
What size?
We'll go with a gallon.
A gallon?
A gallon? What are you gonna do with that?
You can do everything with it. Make your sandcastles.
Do an upsize
dig a hole.
5 gallon.
Dude.
How are you supposed to play with a 5-gallon bucket?
Dude, have you not been on our
sandcastle you build
trips?
with that?
It's not sandcastles.
A 5-gallon bucket full of sand.
Dude, you put a 5-gallon bucket out there in front of kids, fill it full of water. They'll be in and out of that thing for hours.
Yeah, you give them a little bucket. They can catch minnows with it, sand crabs with it, fill it with sand, make a sandcastle.
Is this most diverse, or is this the best beach toy?
I'm just saying it's that if you were to say there's one thing that you can take to the beach, I'll be like, okay, I'll take a bucket.
I'm saying,
put them in the bucket.
I mean, guys, it's his choice. Let's let the people
decide. That's true. Bucket. I'm
true.
putting 1 gallon bucket on there.
Trying to coerce him into something else.
He's gonna word it so he wins.
Yeah. 1 gallon bucket. Got it. I'm just saying, it's like the whole who's the better athlete. Well, how do you define an athlete? You can be really good at one thing. All right. J-Vi.
There's only one obvious choice here. I can't believe y'all didn't pick it.
Mm-mm.
It's a football.
No.
Yes.
You could have
Can
gone real
always
broad.
throw a ball. Can always throw a ball.
Could have gone. Yeah, I was going to say you should have just said ball, but it's too late now. It's already documented.
Nah, dude. Eric changed his text changed his answer.
No, I didn't know it was a bucket.
1 gallon bucket.
Then he changed it to a 1 gallon bucket.
1 gallon bucket.
It's a bad time to drink.
Fill it with champagne.
Oh man. Okay.
Fill it with ice.
Okay. Again, you're trying to be most versatile here, not best. All right. I think this is the real, even more obvious answer that all of you jabronis failed to even consider. It's the shovel. Without question.
What size?
Probably a mid-sized shovel, one that's got a handle on it that's about 2 or 3 feet long that you can get some leverage with.
Yeah, but what
It's a
type?
shovel.
What
You
type
gonna
of
put that?
shovel?
You gonna put that on the survey too? A 2 to 3 foot shovel.
A garden shovel.
I will put it on. I will put it on there.
You better.
So it's a garden
2 to
shovel.
3 foot shovel.
I'm not going to be coerced. The other one was a dump truck.
What size football are you using, Virus? You gonna use a
Rugby ball.
a K2 size youth size? Are you using a Pee Wee
Definitely
size?
youth size. Youth
Youth size,
size.
okay.
Like
Youth
middle
size K-
school.
No,
like middle
Youth
school.
size. Okay. Youth size football.
like one of
Put it on
those
there.
These size
Nerf
hands?
Vortex.
Middle school
Hey,
size.
snagging the ball one hand.
You going leather or you going pleather out there?
Pleather.
Leather. Because you're getting it wet.
Yeah.
Leather would be too
Leather,
slick.
yeah, exactly.
You only
Way too
bring the
slick.
leather one out if you know you're not going to drop the ball.
Or you're not going to get in the water.
It's true.
I will say though, up and coming, it hasn't made it to this stature yet, but up and coming, golf ball.
Nope.
What do you mean?
On
For
the
the beach?
Yeah, for the beach. There's
Yeah,
so
we
many
invented,
games
like,
you can play with a
the,
golf ball.
We invented a game, sandpar.
Yeah.
Go cut yourself a little hole in the sand, get a couple golf balls, go down to the hard sand, cut out a hole, start putting on the beach. It's fantastic. So take that, folks. It's trademarked by us, maybe. Okay. That's it. So we had a boogie board, a 1 gallon bucket, a football,
Nope. A youth football.
youth football, and a shovel.
2 to 3 foot shovel.
2 to 3 foot shovel.
You already
Wait,
trying to
what
do
size-
it? You already
what
trying to do it?
What size boogie board does
Yeah.
Butch have?
Oh.
The size that you need.
Mm.
The size that you need, book omnibus
Yes.
size.
Omniboard.
Whatever board it says it is.
Okay. There you go. That's the water cooler debate. We're going to get that poll up on Twitter at Milligoats. Please come vote and then tell us what the actual goat beach toy is, because I know none of these are going to win. One of them's going to win just by default. Okay. Let's get into this golf tournament. What do we say? Everybody, shh. Okay, this is the DFS Segi. This is our week's DFS performances. And the tournament just ended, so we're not really entirely sure if we cashed or not. But congratulations to Wyndham Clark. He knew Wyndham Hold'em, knew Wyndham Fold'em, and some jabroni sat up here on this microphone and said, who in the world, who's going to have the guts to play Wyndham Clark? And then it got shoved right in my face. So everybody's checking their lineups right now. Did we make it?
I did play Wyndham in a lineup.
Oh, my God. I missed by like.
But in that same lineup, I played Max Homa, JT, Montgomery, and I'm. So I've had 4 guys miss the cut.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
How'd that one do for you?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Wow. This was just Ricky collapsing was such a brutal.
Dude, +5, man.
Was such a brutal. It killed me. Like, it put me out of the money in the Millie Maker and a couple of my other lineups and some other tournaments.
I'm gonna have a lighthearted how dare you for Ricky.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't deserve a full one. Because we needed him.
Yeah.
Golf needed him to win.
Golf. Yeah, I'm in shame. It was the won't miss a cut guy in a million
You're
years.
done with that.
Justin Rose. Then Ricky. I just kept getting my head beat over the top. Oh my gosh, what a brutal week. Man. Okay. All right. So the first part we always do is our headlines from our DFS. Like if we were to write a newspaper headline from our week in DFS, it would be 5 words or less. Here it is. Here's mine. And boom, Rose the dynamite. Justin Rose ripped my heart out, stomped all over it on the green with his little fancy golf cleats, and left me out of the money in the Millie Maker lineup. Justin Rose, holy cow, man. You gave us hope, and then you ripped it away.
That one hurt.
Yeah, that was just when we thought we were about to get some mo. We sent out all the goats rallying gif in the group chat, and then 2 holes later, he was back to 4 over. So brutal. J-Vi.
I'm gonna go. U.S. Open lineup was best. So my lineup that I did on the show on Thursday,
give a recap.
One tweak to it, but that was my best lineups. Got me the most points the whole weekend.
Dude, you sent the update after the first day and then didn't send me any more.
Oh, dang. My bad.
I was gonna
I'll do a final right now.
There you have it.
I was gonna wait till after cut day to be like, okay, here's the update on the US Open. I mean, you were trying to go all in on it. Okay, while he's doing that, are you gonna do it right now?
Yeah, I'll do it right now.
Okay.
No, y'all can keep going. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. All right. Tex, go.
Ricky Fowler's apart.
Oh no. Poor Ricky. You know what?
Poor Ricky.
Sticky.
I think the only way to fix Ricky is for him to go back to all orange. He has to.
Balls included?
That was my lighthearted. How dare you? How dare you, Ricky? Tease us with a little bit of orange, but went white pants.
No.
Got to go all orange.
Look, when you're closing, that's your signature. You have to have that. That's where your power stems from. And maybe pull your hat down a little bit. It's a little too up. It's a little too high. The bill's a little angled toward the sun there, which is probably why he has to wear the sunglasses.
It's that weird thing he does with his sunglasses. He wears them weird, right?
Yeah, he wears the earpieces over the outside of his hat.
Yeah.
So we're not criticizing Ricky. We're just trying to
come on the show.
We want you to win. Yeah, come on the show. We want you to win.
His shirt on Friday was Fire Flames.
Oh yeah, Xander had chocolate today. Look, we can get to Tex said he didn't have one, but we'll fill it in with a few of our own because there was some other note. We'll pick up just like J-Vi did.
Fire Flames.
We'll do it. All right, Butch P, go.
It's going out. I looked out the window this morning and was reminded of my lineups because I have a beautiful plush knockout rose bush. So every rose has its thorns.
We should have known. All that beauty. All that beauty
was staring us in the face and we couldn't let it go.
Here we go. We got a comment in the comments there. Edge says J-Vi needed to be in the money. So
you could upgrade your hotel.
From the top rope, dude, in your face. Oh, that was great.
Bro,
every rose has
probably going to show up on Ian Poulter's pants for the next tournament.
Dude, holy cow, man. Justin Rose. That was a wild ride. Okay. All right. So Tex usually has his Fire Flames list, but the boys are going to step in. J-Vi already mentioned it. What was it? Ricky Fowler?
Yep. And then Cam Smith's shoes today.
Oh, what do you have?
Fire. I think they're probably some FootJoys. They look like they look like the dress shoes, but they were white on the back, red in the middle, white on front. Fire Flames.
Ricky has some shoes too with the American flag. I think on Saturday he has some. But Gary Woodland always delivers at the U.S. Open. He is decked out. He looks like everybody going to their 4th of July party at the lake. When he shows up to the U.S. Open, that's Gary Woodland. His shoes might as well have just been bottle rockets and Roman candles all over the backsides on the heel. It was unbelievable. It was, dude. Gary Woodland, I'm going to make it a note to myself. Every time the U.S. Open comes on, Gary Woodland, I'm putting you in the lineup. Butch P, did you have any? And Xander Schauffele's outfit today was Fire Flames.
Yes. Butch
P, did you have any?
Fire Flames?
Yep.
No, I didn't see anybody's attire. I'm going to say
Harris English. We're looking like he's already like 50.
Dang. Fire Flames.
Fire Flames. Try to get canceled.
Sorry, Harris.
Come on the show. I like Harris English.
Oh.
He's a U.S. Open dominator too. Okay. All right. She list. We'll put you on here. Tex, you have anybody on here?
I'm thinking I'm gonna put Eam on there.
Oh yeah,
I haven't already.
He deserves it.
Yeah, he's not been good.
Nope.
The past few weeks. So we got Eam. J-Vi, you have one?
JT.
Oh my gosh. What was he, 14 over?
He shot at 81.
Is that the worst that he's ever done?
Has to be, or close to it. I mean, he was awful.
14 over. Come on the show. He's...
You know what happened to him?
Oh yeah. Well, I was about to say it. Go ahead.
On Wednesday, he was playing with Homa, and Homa stopped with the Barstool guys, and JT tried to get dapped up, and they left him hanging. So he came back to get re-dapped up. He was too concerned about it. He wasn't worried about playing.
No, he was out chasing. Oh no, I was going to say
chasing that dap.
He got married recently, didn't he?
He did, I think so.
Yes, within the last year. So we know there's going to be a buffer period. Not that nothing. That's not negative. Don't take it the wrong way. But usually, like we've said before, guy gets married and he has to adjust because priorities change.
I think it makes sense though. You get married and you get worse at golf.
True.
Because you can't play as much.
Exactly.
But eventually all these guys find their way back. Like Ricky, same thing.
You gotta figure it out, man.
He's back. He's now back. Happened to Spieth, happened to Rory. And everybody's like, what's going on with their game? It's like, no, man, like they're traveling and spending time with their wife. Yeah. That's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Can't blame them.
No, not at all. So Scheffler, when he gets married, it'll be a little dip probably. So, all right.
He's already married, isn't he?
Is he?
I think so.
But did he just get married? That's the question.
The bell curve. There's a bell curve, right?
I think he's been married.
It's the Pareto.
There you go.
It's the Pareto distribution. 80-20.
Best and worst from the U.S. Open. This is where we look in depth at the lineup. Everything just became final, I think. Some of us just got ripped away of some money. We're not going to name any names. But then we'll recap our guys as we – oh, my gosh. Let's do that first. Okay, so every week we put out our guys. The Clarence Carter Strokes Gained guy, the Social Studies Course History guy, the Seymour Putts Greens Master, and the fan favorite, the Won't Miss a Cut in a Million Years guy. We'll start there. That has now gone 0 for 3, and every person I picked for the past 3 weeks has missed the cut by a considerable margin. I don't want to give up the reins, but there's tension in the ranks that say I should have to give it up.
You are.
I'm not prepared to do that. Why would you want to get? Well, what do we do here?
We're just switching. Either Butch can take it or I can take it.
But I'll mess up the streaks you guys are on. You're both on undefeated streaks.
Well,
maybe it's Tex and I. Maybe Tex and I need to switch.
Yeah.
All right. That's
Neither of us seem to have gotten anything right for our respective choices the last couple of weeks.
Unless
do we want to do a double switch?
Unless Butch P, you weigh in here. Come on.
No, grab the bull by the horns and get a win.
Okay, I like that better.
Bush doesn't want to give up course history.
Going
he
back.
likes living in the past.
I'm back. You stay tuned till Tuesday when I give the won't miss the cut in a million years guy.
Keep it rolling.
But for this tournament, we're going back to 7,000 and below.
Okay, fair enough.
There won't be that many guys in this one.
Fair enough. Okay, that's the Travelers. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I thought I was done. I'm not. No. Bush gave me a motivational talk. He gave me the old White Goodman or the Patches O'Houlihan. You got to grab it by the horns and not into submission. Okay. So, all right. Straka missed the cut. Sorry, folks. The course history guy, DeChambeau. Pretty good week until the last day. Butch P. Go ahead.
What about him? The Slambo. Top 20.
Called it.
You're welcome.
He blew up today, but he had a good start.
Yeah, he did blow up today.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Tex. Well, actually, let's save that. J-Vi, Cam Smith, Clarence Carter, strokes gain. A stroking to the east, stroking to the west.
Hey, he ended up getting a T5 because Ricky dropped down. So, good weekend. Even though Butch disagreed with it, I still went with my gut.
You have to.
Hey, I
might go with him again for the Open.
You were right, though. He was all over the place.
Actually, Cam Smith finished fourth.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's what shot you over the top for the Wodamaker. So, and Tex.
Yes.
Tex. How dare you? This is a mid-show. How dare you?
Okay.
Sit up here in front of the people and tell them to play Montgomery as the Seymour Putts guy. And
he's leading the.
And you didn't even play the guy.
True. And he missed the cut.
And he missed the cut. Cost me.
Yeah.
See, I listen to these things and I take y'all's advice.
Well, I was trying to find
play
the stats
these guys
for just the tournament. I'm trying to find the stats.
He was in my lineup with Wyndham.
Hey. But was it because of his putting?
The one with
question.
Two guys.
Was it because of his putting? Answer the question.
Yeah.
Was it because of his putting?
Yeah.
He had an eagle.
How many bogeys did he have? How many double bogeys did he have?
Yeah.
So,
anyway.
for our guys, the recap. We're actually, since we've been doing this for 3 weeks, 7 out of 12. And if there wasn't one glaring mistake repeatedly, we'd actually have some pretty good numbers here.
Yeah, Butch and I are 3 for 3 with a little help from Dylon in one of them.
Yeah. So the course history and the strokes gain guys, we're your guys there. But on the greens, we suck.
Mm-hmm.
And if you need to know who's going to make the cut, don't listen to me. Okay, so some notes. We had the lowest round in history.
Back to back.
Tied. Yep, 2 of them in the same day. Xander and Ricky on day 1 shot the lowest round in, of course, U.S. Open history, or the 62. The overall scoring average was a full shot less through, I think, 2 days than any other U.S. history. It was 71.34, I think, in the previous record. What is that?
Plus
Montgomery.
Oh, strokes gain putting.
77th in putting.
Wow, Tex. Disgusting. Shame on you. So basically, the course got bodied. Essentially, the course had nothing to throw back the first day. Would you say it bit back? I'm not sure.
I wouldn't say that.
I guess it kind of leveled out, but everybody was pretty well under who was going to be in contention on Friday Thursday and Friday. So I don't know about the course. Doesn't seem to have good reviews from the players. So, and I think it was my fault that Justin Rose missed, is because I kept screenshotting. And I do that very early on Thursdays when I'm way up in the money after only like a third of the field is teed off. So that's my fault. Did you see Mike Kim in his course notes? He kept sending out the tweets of like detailed instructions or information that the U.S. Open had sent him. It's pretty funny. But other notes that I had from this was there was not enough shot tracer, which I had talked about a couple weeks ago. And Sahith Theegala's scorecard looked like that snake from the Jungle Book's eyes. It had circles and squares, all kinds of nonsense going on. See, Theegal Ka, is that his name, Ka?
He was terrible.
Yeah, he was all over the place.
Oh,
And then no crowd noise. No crowd noise. If there was a Thegallery to hit it in, he probably would have hit it in there.
Dude, a couple of was it Saturday? I guess Saturday night watching it. A lot of even the guys at the top of the leaderboard, I think it was hole 15 and 16 was teeing off right beside the green on 15. They kept hitting it into the tee box.
Oh, yeah.
Scotty about got hit. Rory about hit a photographer. Like, it was just terrible placement.
Yeah.
I noticed that on that hole today, they moved the tee box all the way to the back because it was all the way at the front whenever everybody was getting hit
to minimize the risk.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, that was.
Well, I mean,
remember seeing that.
Who wants to get hit by a golf ball?
Dude, not me.
What's funny is, so when Scotty was teeing off, the person that almost hit him was Sam Bennett, which was understandable because Sam Bennett went like +5 or +6 yesterday. So he was just playing Army golf to begin with.
You know why? Like, he shaved his goatee. He shaved his goatee.
Did he?
Yes. Mid-U.S. Open, shaved his goatee.
I turned it on like the early round this morning before I left to come down here where I'm at, and I was like, why is Sam Bennett playing in front of Sargent? Like, I didn't realize that Sam Bennett shot so bad yesterday.
Well, he shaved his goatee. I mean, that's rule number 1. We talked about it with the Boston coach.
Yeah.
So you don't shave your playoff. You don't
forget yourself.
Essentially, golf's a playoff as soon as you tee off, right?
Yeah.
I mean, for now, until they get rid of the cut.
Especially after cut day.
Yeah. So don't shave your goatee. Come on the show. All right, let's get into our best lineups. Jay, lead us off.
So I didn't really have a great lineup altogether, but the best guys that I played I did play Wyndham, but like I said, I played him in a lineup where 4 guys missed the cut. I played Ricky in 2 different lineups, but 2 guys missed the cut in those lineups, so I only had 4 going through. So I shouldn't really have a good lineup at all. But my worst guys that I played, JT, we talked about on the list now. Eam, also on the list now from one of you guys. And the biggest disappointment for me, Adam Scott. He's normally a big-time player. He didn't show up this week.
I don't think he's missed a cut.
That was the first one.
Wow. If Dan Hicks would have gotten word of that, he would have been like, Adam Scott hasn't missed a cut in 3 months.
Mr. Reliable.
Yeah. Come on the show, Dan Hicks. Defend yourself. All right, Tex.
I mean, I only had one good play, and that was Xander. He was the only one I had that scored above 75. The rest were all absolute scumbags. Eam, Theegala, who has been my guy in the past, still played okay today, but not a great overall tournament for him, especially with the first round +4. Kim, Siwoo Kim. Though. I've been on the Kim train. But
yeah, you have.
Siwoo did not go choo-choo today.
So much for the U.S. Open.
Yep. So, and Lowry had an absolute hot start and then kind of coasted there at the end.
How'd your S lineup go?
Ooh, yeah.
That was it. That was the only one I played. I was all in. On day one, I was cashing, riding high, and crashed and burned, just like all these guys, except for Xander.
Like Thomas Rhett.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's got a song called Crash and Burn. Okay, Butch P, go.
I'll say my worst right here, looking at it, was Mito. Prairie.
Oh, little dogs,
Prairie
little
dog.
house on the prairie.
And Kurt Kitayama. I don't know what I was even thinking there. But,
Championship.
But he, well, maybe I look back at, which one did he win? The Honda Classic or something?
No, he won the player.
No, he didn't win the
No, not
players. That was Scheffler.
No, he won Bay Hill.
I think, yeah, one of those.
He won Bay Hill.
Put it off. But anyway, yeah.
But he got like third recently too. He like popped up and got top 5 recently too. I think.
Let me just open it up. I got it right here. PGA Championship, he finished 4th. That's what was. I was like, okay, that's a major
big time player.
It could be a big time player. That's what I was thinking. And now I see now. Arnold Palmer API. That's what he won. So it wasn't. So it was a Florida swing there. But anyway, but he ended up being awful. 23 points. Mito was 21. That was my worst play. Best play up there was had Wyndham Clark.
Woo!
In the lineup with, of course, Kitayama and Justin Rose. So they bottomed out, but it was Wyndham Clark, Cam Smith, Scheffler, and DeChambeau. So that one did all right.
That's a pretty good lineup there.
So Rose killed us for sure. We know that.
I think he killed all of us.
I mean, but I don't know how what I would have done with Kitayama, because I would have saved maybe 200 for dropping down and getting Fowler there, and a 7,000 range guy. I don't know anybody that comes to mind right now. So, but anyway,
what's your overall thoughts? I mean,
me and you, Lee.
Oh gosh,
was he $7,000?
Yeah, him and Ekrak were $7,000.
Ah, yeah, dude, and Ekrak, whatever.
Eckroat.
That guy, he's on fire too.
He won himself some money today with his round that he had today. He jumped 26 spots.
Wow. Yes.
Him and Rom.
And who's
Rom is
Fleetwood,
notorious about doing this too.
Fleetwood jumped 32 spots today with his round.
Yeah, when Rom gets like out of the line,
round, right?
7 minus 7.
63, I think, is what he shot. Rom's the guy who, like, everybody forgot about him. He'll go out there on the last day and fire off like 7 under.
Yeah.
He's just that
good. He did that to me a few years ago. What?
That's what he did at the Masters. He was 4 strokes back, wasn't he, to start the final day on Sunday against Brooks? I think he was 4 strokes back, and then won by 4 strokes.
That's what he does. What do you think of the tournament overall? What'd you think? What's your take?
I mean, to me, it was pretty solid. I was thinking maybe there was going to end up being more scoring, but then again, you tighten up the pin placements wherever you're going with those, and control that a little bit, because I don't know, 8 under. But that just seemed like it shift, like y'all were saying. That 8 under went to somebody else, or 7 under. A low round score, like today was 7. You had
there was like 2 or 3 of those a day.
One big day.
Yeah, it shuffled through the deck. So
mediocre days got you a T5.
Yeah,
right.
Like Ricky had one day, and then he went -2, then he went even, then +5, and he was T5.
What do you guys think about them playing out that rough that
seemed
was
like
so
that
thick?
Thick rough, like the thick bucks.
I like that.
Yeah, thick with 2 C's.
I like the thick rough for major.
I did too.
It penalizes you if you don't hit the fairway.
Yeah,
You suck, dude.
Yeah, you. I mean, you
All right.
and you had to really grip it and rip it.
Here's a bag of shart. You don't know where it's gonna go. 7 different kinds of smoke coming out of there.
Mm-hmm. I like that. The
Yeah.
bunkers were pretty forgiving, I thought, whenever I watched the guys play out of those, but the rough, that stuff was absolutely.
Well, you can
it's a
bet
jungle.
if they missed fairway, they were like, please get in the bunker because they did not want to be in the rough. So
well, I would say the bunker would be a smarter play anyway because it was so dry and hard. So that sand, with nothing raining on it and packing it down,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be able to get through and just fish that ball out. However, they
All those guys are
like
so
scooping
good
out
at sand too.
an egg or
Yeah.
something, whatever it is.
crazy.
Huh?
Hey, because of that rough on day one, Rory had the longest shot of the day, 386-yard drive. He also had the shortest shot of the day of 0 yards when he whipped that ball.
It's hit right up underneath it. I always love that. You didn't see that?
No.
I always love that
He
because
whiffed?
they hit right under the ball.
Yeah.
Like
So the
nothing
ball like
happened.
popped up and popped right
So
back.
it was
like you
It
didn't
was
hit
like
it.
last Sunday when I was playing with you, or
Yes.
Saturday.
Yes. Like he took a full hack like from the green side rough, and he took the hack and nothing happened. And then they always do can you believe that? It's like, yeah, dude, like you missed the ball. That's what happens. Welcome to reality. All right. Mine was my best was my lineup from the Millie where I just had to update it from 385 to 380. I had Xander, Ricky, Thigala, Hatton, Hideki, and then my worst was Rose. That was a backbreaker. And then I ultimately got kicked out of the money, so that stunk. That was terrible. So, okay. Now let's get into scumbags and stud bags. 8,500 and above. That means you scored 30 and below. First on the list. That means you had to pay $8,500 out of your $50,000 DraftKings salary. JT, top of the list, 11.5 points. Then Spieth with 23. All that wizardy magic that everybody said he has out of the when he misses the fairway and his green saving, his strokes gained around the green and his scrambling. Yeah, right, dude. And then Max Homa, 26% owned. Real shame.
Pretty wet.
Real shame. So, and then the studs, Cam Smith, 8,500 above. Cam Smith, Rory. Two pretty good tournaments. They both got top fives, right? So, 7,500 and above. Scumbags, 30 and below. Jason Day, he was not good. Keegan Bradley, Adam Scott, and then Justin Rose. Man, did he have us on the ropes. He chipped that one in, I think, from off the green.
Oh, yeah.
Made the eagle to get to 2 under, maybe 3 under.
He got all the way to +2.
Yeah,
and then
he made the eagle.
16 and 17 or 15 and 16, whatever
Yeah,
he bogeyed. He bogeyed 2 in a row late, and then it was like, dang gum.
Yep.
That eagle.
I think on 14 he chipped it in on the par 5. Then birdied the next hole, and I was like, oh, he's going to go streaking. Nope. Missed the birdie putt, then parred, and then proceeded to bogey 2 in a row to get back to 4 over. So then it was over. Anyways, studs from 7,500 above. Wyndham Clark, Ricky Fowler, Tommy Fleetwood. So, and then 7,400 and below, the scumbags, Mito Pereira, Sepp Straka, Bill Mickelson. Man, thought he was going to be hot. And then Montgomery. And then the studs from there, Harris English, Minwoo Lee, Austin Eckroat, Sargent, the amateur out of Vanderbilt. And then Nagano, Butch P with a nice little play on Saturday.
Yeah. Captain mode.
Yes. That was a nice little play there. I don't know what you were
That
thinking,
one came
but
through.
it worked.
I was like, nice.
Yeah. That was good. So there's the stud bags and scumbags. Okay. Here we go. Now, just recently updated. The Millie Maker is in. It is final. Butch P, do you care to give us a rundown here?
With the million winner. I don't even know how to pronounce
Millions.
in millions. M. Wren, or probably shouldn't even say the name, but whatever. Rory McIlroy, Xander Schauffele, Tommy Fleetwood, Ricky Fowler, Wyndham Clark,
Uh,
and your very own Georgia Bulldog, Harris English.
man, love to see a Harry English in there.
So looking at that, Fleetwood absolutely saved this lineup today with that 7 under. How important was that round for this guy?
I bet that person when Fleetwood did that was going crazy.
Oh,
Because
sure.
he was no way he was in first until then, right?
No.
No.
Can you imagine?
He was probably
he had McIlroy, Fowler, and Clark, the top 3 players. So he might have been in first already or close to it.
And English.
Well, I would think he would
owned?
be probably top 100 sitting there coming in.
Because he had top 5 players going into today.
Yeah.
And except for Fleetwood.
So
English,
just looking at his lineup or their lineup, they're like, man, Fleetwood goes off. I got a chance. Fleetwood goes off. Holy moly!
That's like me whenever Justin Rose was trying to make the cut. That's what I equate that to.
Yeah,
dude. And the way this lineup was built, and I know all of you probably thought the same thing. When I'm scrolling down there through the 7,000s, I'm like, man, you could build a really good lineup through the 7,000s.
Yeah.
That's what I thought the whole time. I was like, man, you could put 3 or 4 guys in there.
I try to play everybody in the 7,000s mixed with other people. I don't ever play them just together like this.
But you're like, man, that guy could, win him. He's been playing good. Fowler, he's been playing good. Fleetwood always makes the cut. English, I kind of thought about just because I've been playing him a lot the last few weeks.
But I was a little hesitant on Wyndham Clark just because of how bad he played at the PGA Championship.
Yeah. So, anyways, there you go. $1 million. Congratulations. Anything else from the golf tournament?
I want to say one thing. The guy that finished second had Sam Burns. On the contrary of Fleetwood, well, had Fleetwood also, but Burns went +3, so that definitely cost him the meal.
Oh,
no. By 2 points.
No.
One of those, just go even par.
Yeah.
Just go even par for me.
Man,
and he
that's
wins.
terrible.
Because let's see, what do you lose? Like a 1.5 points for Bogues? Yep. Or get them another birdie. Get them one more birdie, and you win.
Where do you guys think that Wyndham Clark finished in strokes gained?
For what category? Total?
First. He won.
5th.
Tied for 17th. Interesting.
Total?
His strokes gained in putting was negative. That's wild, isn't it?
How's that possible?
So what did he excel at?
Yeah, I gotta find him again. Hang on. I started scrolling back through. Hang on. Off the tee and approach are the 2 things that he was.
That's what we said though. Before that,
off the tee and approach, his putting was negative, and around the green was positive, but it wasn't anywhere close to being the top.
That's one thing we can take away from this, boys. We said it here on Tuesday. Is like you better be able to hit it off the tee where you want to, and you better be really good getting it on the green from the fairway, and that's what he did.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. All right, let's get into some how dare yous. Here we go. This segment is brought to you by Really Neat Outfitters. Promo code GOATS. Spend $60, get free shipping, 10% off your order at checkout. Go buy some of our apparel. We have the Make the Damn Cut hat. We've got Millie Goat shirts. There's other fishing shirts on there that are hilarious. At Reel and Eat Outfitters, our passions are family, salty air and smiles, coastal flair, and Carolina roots make our designs as original as every seashell that you step on the beach that makes you feel like you rolled your ankle. Boom. Okay. Without further ado, one of my favorite segments.
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare me? How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you, sir? You're gross.
How dare you?
How dare yous? Let's let J-Vi lead it off.
Oh man, this is gonna be great.
Let's go.
My lighthearted how dare you? I went over it already. Ricky not fully committing to the all orange and let us down today. But that was my lighthearted one. My full how dare you goes out to our boy, our one and only AK-34.
What?
And I just remembered this. You never shaved your head. When your team blew
That was
their
Texas'
lead
fault.
because you shaved your beard. We never
Texas'
got
fault.
video footage of you
Texas'
shaving
fault.
your head.
He didn't bring his stuff.
I did bring this stuff.
How dare you?
Let the record show that the stuff was brought. You can ask
It
my
was
wife.
supposed to be
You can ask
live.
her.
It was supposed to be live. So I vote that you have to do it now. Your son can do it still live. Your son has to give you a haircut live on YouTube channel.
Oh man, the stuff was brought. Text didn't execute. Text did not execute.
All these promises.
Wasn't
was
my
there.
thing. Wasn't my thing. I'm just a prop. It's up to you.
No,
Wasn't
you
my
said
thing.
you would do it. You
Wasn't
said
my
you would do
thing.
it. Check the tape.
Oh, hey, I'm just asking you to own your own stuff. Own
Check
it.
the tape.
Own it.
Check the tape.
All you have to do is just say, "Hey, I'm ready."
I'll do it.
It's time.
Even if it's at Brothers Day, it'll happen.
It's time.
It's still in the bank. It's still there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Mario Brothers. Whenever he's got the leaf where you can turn into a raccoon or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's always there until you use it. So, all right, Tex.
Mine's the Braves, man. Bunch of scumbags. They had this guy's Father's Day. They had this guy's dad lined up to be the ceremonial first pitch for Father's Day. Everybody gets to the stadium, and they find out that he's been reassigned to the minors. Not even going to play.
No.
Isn't that some absolute scumbaggery?
Oh no!
What?
And to make it even worse, they brought up some dude's batting 125
Wow.
to replace him because the catcher was dealing with a hamstring injury. They couldn't have brought in a bullpen catcher or somebody just for that game. Like even the first half of the game. Absolute scumbags. How dare you, Braves?
Little miscommunication there, apparently.
Hey, the Braves won, but
Did the guy still go to the game?
no.
Oh, I was gonna say. Well,
They had to bring in another guy's dad.
they went to the bullpen.
Went to the bullpen. Back up first for relief effort from the
long reliever, short reliever dad.
Short reliever dad, yeah.
Jeez.
Okay. Here's my how dare you. It's to the Big Rock tournament, the Blue Marlin fishing tournament. So, I what was this last show that I talked about this? This is a Blue Marlin fishing tournament in North Carolina, Morehead City. 270 some boats enter. It costs like $25,000 to enter. You enter all 6 levels. And the winner gets $3.5 million if you catch the biggest blue marlin. I think the winner's actually got 2.5 or something, but if you get one over 500 pounds, you get an additional $750,000. So the leading marlin at the point of yesterday was 480 something pounds. There was a boat yesterday on the last day of fishing that hooked a blue marlin at 2 p.m. and fought it for 6 hours. Okay, fought it for 6 hours. They boated this blue marlin. So obviously, if you fight a marlin for 6 hours, that's a behemoth. That's a monster. That's $1 million fish. They bring it back. I never saw anything after I saw that they had boated and they were going to go weigh in. They bring it back. They weigh it in. It weighs in at 618 pounds. But while they were fighting this fish, it had been attacked and had bite marks on it from a shark. So this, according to the rules, says that it's now mutilated and it cannot be entered into the contest.
Mm.
I saw a picture of that bite.
So
too.
they fought this thing for 6 hours, brought it in, weighed it in, probably celebrated, thought they won $3.5 million because they got the over 500 pounds. And then it comes out later tonight or last night and today that due to the bite marks on the fish and it had been mutilated, that they could not count this fish. So they lost out on $3.5 million. I don't know who the How Dare You is for, if it's the judging committee or if it's for the boat when they saw the bite marks, if they should have just released it, if they didn't know the rules. So anyways, this other boat that had the 480-pound marlin, they get the win. Can you imagine that? You fought that fish for 6.
Picture.
There you go.
I thought it had to be over 500 pounds.
There's the bite mark right there.
Jeez.
Oh, there you go.
Right there.
Yep. So it got bit by something.
Can't get a good enough lighting, but right there.
I see it.
It's on my phone.
So
Sorry for the
there you
poor.
go.
But and there's another bite mark on the tail too, where it's hanging up.
So thoughts on that, Tex?
It's unfortunate. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they didn't say. Was it dark whenever they brought it to the boat?
Well, they didn't come.
Maybe
Yeah,
they didn't even.
It was dark because they didn't get back in until like
11:30.
11 something.
It was
Yeah,
11:30. I
Maybe
remember
they
watching.
maybe they didn't even see it.
Well, it might not have known that it doesn't count if there's bite marks.
Well, I'm just saying.
But that's in the rules. So who's the How Dare You?
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe whenever they got it to the boat, it was dark. They didn't see the mangled tail. And.
But you can see on that picture right there that those dudes are absolutely elated.
I don't get.
Maybe it's
like,
already
why does
dead.
it matter if it's? I mean,
well, because once it's bitten and it's leaking blood, then it's now not as efficient and not as grand of a catch because it's not its full capacity.
I wonder if it's also an argument to say, did they pick it up maimed?
I don't know.
You know?
But can you imagine like you can see it in their faces like we just won this thing. We got $3.5 million. And then to be like, no, there's a bite mark, like you can't bring this fish in.
Or are there additional rules on how you get it into the boat? Like can they you're not allowed to spear it to get it in there or something like that's part of it, while you can't maim the fish.
There was another story a few years ago where they boated like a 700-pound marlin, and some dude on the boat didn't have his license, and they lost $3.5 million.
Yes, I remember that.
Didn't have his fishing license.
Wow.
He didn't get them renewed. Yeah, he didn't bring them with him. Like so he had them.
Buy your lifetime license, folks.
But he didn't have them on him, and that's the rule. You got to have them on you.
Yep.
Imagine how mad his friends were.
Oh my! You're talking millions. Millions.
Yeah, but I mean, that one I don't even care. Like you've got to. All right, everybody, show me your license. Like, before we getting started, I don't even care if like that's
put it on a medallion. Get a chain.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was my. I don't know who the How Dare You's to, but it's to somebody in that marlin fishing tournament because that's devastating and also cool for the other boat. So, anyways, Butch P, what's your How Dare You?
I don't know. I don't know how you follow up that one right there. I saw that story too right before the show, and I was like, man, that one that big rock thing. That's controversial. That's a lot of money right
Yeah,
there.
that's how you pay the bills.
Right. Bill fee.
Dude. Yeah, exactly. All right, what's your how dare you? Should we give one for him?
Yeah, give me a how dare you.
Dude, how dare you be on the river and not go fishing?
Mm.
I took my dogs.
Do you
They
have
were
your
fishing.
license? You
They
have a
were
fishing
hunting.
license?
Yes, I have a lifetime.
Oh, wow.
You got it on you
Wow, humble
Yes,
brag.
I do.
You
I have them on me.
right now.
No, I'm not fishing.
You
right
don't
now.
have you don't have
Wow,
it on
dude.
you.
If we were going in a marlin fishing tournament right
$3.5
now,
million right
we would
down
have to
right now.
kick you
I
out.
don't have my wallet.
You just cost us
on me right
$3.5
now.
million, Butch. You just cost us $3.5 million.
Wow. Could you
How dare you?
believe how mad
Actually,
we would be?
we changed it into a how dare you to how dare you.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. Other relevant sports news. The NHL. Did you guys see any of the videos from the Vegas Cup parade?
Oh,
I
that
didn't see
Carl
him.
guy? What's his name?
Carlson?
Dude, yes. That was one of the greatest sports speeches I've ever seen.
Are you
He
sure?
was dropping F-bombs, this and that. I mean, the first he started off with, he goes, this effing guy right here. And then he just quit trying to censor himself. It was because they had to like carry him off stage. They were trying to rip the mic out of his hand.
Why would they do that? Just let the man say what he's got to say. He's got to get it off his chest and then finish it up.
Yeah. And he did. He had his shirt off and everything. It was incredible. If you haven't seen it, go look it up. It's pretty cool. And then Aiden Hill, the goalie for the Knights, they interviewed him. They're like, what do you think about winning the Stanley Cup? And he's like, he was obviously a few cold ones deep.
Three sheets or 4 sheets?
Yeah. He was, and he's like, I'm not really sure what to do with my hands. And I don't know if he did it on purpose or if that's just what he said, but it was pretty funny. Then they had this thing in Vegas where they got a bunch of drones together and made them circulate above one of the hotels in the form of a Stanley Cup. That was wild. So
that's pretty wild.
There were some pretty cool videos. If you haven't seen the Vegas, that would be a good entertaining couple of hours. It was probably one of the better ones I've ever seen. All right, NFL. Yes, here we go. Which one do I want to start with here?
Has Diggs practiced yet?
There we go. It's been reported by the Boston Globe that Diggs is frustrated with his role and input on play calling in the offense. They are not on the same page. Please elaborate and put some sense into this, J-Vi.
Well, the sense is your source, the Boston Globe, New England's paper. Come on, guys. We talked about
Bills
this
fan
last week.
J-Vi with type.
Overreaction.
Wait a minute. But did he practice? Is he upset? Is he mad?
He practiced on the day after.
Is he mad?
He is he's mad. He's mad that J.A. is getting all this limelight and being too Hollywood and not focused on his craft and making the team better. He's also a little upset, which is also understandable, that the wide receiver coach who he loved left the Bills, and we didn't try to save him. We didn't try to keep him.
Do you think that whenever Josh Allen and he argued last year on the sidelines?
No, that wasn't to J.A. That was to Ken Dorsey. I don't think he's a big fan of Ken Dorsey.
Can I just interject here? I'm just going to interject and ask if you just really said he's not working on his craft.
He's not.
Okay, Dan Orlovsky.
He's trying to get a new girlfriend.
He's got a sweet mullet cut. That's still why does he want an input on play calling?
I don't think he wants an input on play calling.
That's what it says in the report. That's what the report said.
From
I tried
the
to read
Boston
the article.
Globe.
I'm just saying, if he wants the ball, just go like Keyshawn, tell everybody you want the ball. Throw me the ball.
Write a book about it.
I think too, like he wants more help, and he's frustrated that we're not getting him more help.
Diggs wants more help.
Yeah, he wants a number 2.
Did they just draft the tight end, Kincaid?
They drafted a tight end.
Yeah.
I think he wanted like a legit 2 receiver.
Why don't they sign
Not
the
game
sign
time,
Cole
no
Beasley
hands
again?
Davis.
Well,
Sign Cole
he did.
Beasley again. All right. The other bit of news: Malik Davis is going to be the primary backup to Tony Pollard. So my question to the Cowboys fans on this show:
He's good.
is Tony Pollard a bell cow, or is this saying that Tony Pollard's not good enough?
Is Malik Davis the quarterback for the Titans?
He's also a running back. No, that's Malik Willis.
Oh. Like they're changing position.
No, that's Malik Willis. Cowboys fans, care to weigh in?
I mean, he's the backup running back. Third down guy.
For now.
I'm just saying.
That's the way
Just
it's
saying.
supposed to
I
be.
don't know what you want to say.
It should have been that anyway. Tony
I'm not saying
Pollard should have
anything,
been
I'm
our
just saying.
scat back.
AK becomes the
And-
host of his show, and he likes to become these journalists that try to antagonize you and poke at you, and then use false
Well,
sources.
I'm not.
To
It's
get a
not false
story.
Fine.
sources.
I mean, everybody in Dallas wanted
I mean, we're,
Tony
we're
Pollard.
talking
as
about
a-
the
as
backup,
a-
arguing about the backup running back spot.
I'm just saying.
Malik
I'm not-
Davis is going to fill that role very well. I mean, he's been a part of the team. And
Are they confused
we
on
know
offense?
who he
That's all I'm
is.
saying.
I mean,
Do they not know who their back is?
we're pleased that Malik Davis is the number 2 back. To
They
Tony
should look
Pollard.
at Zeke.
I mean,
Yes, they should bring Zeke back.
Nope.
Okay.
it could be a
Mike-
roundabout way that he
He's
does
going to the
come
Bills.
back. I mean, who
Going
knows?
to the Bills. Good.
Okay, another one. Mike Evans is going to get an extension for some reason. That doesn't make any sense.
No, now that Brady's gone, I don't understand that either. But
So, and then Paris Camp. This is getting into fantasy football land here. Most of us play champion. Just wanted to throw that out there of our league, which Tex refuses to join and be an active member of. Please
no, you guys
blast
didn't
him.
invite me last year.
You're not an active member. You don't even come to the draft. I'm about to put a poll up. If a guy doesn't come to the draft, should he be in the league?
When?
Stay tuned.
When
All right,
the draft happens.
Paris Campbell, New York Giants, is supposedly going to be featured in the offense. How many times have we heard that? Cam Akers also going to be featured in the offense.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
I've heard Paris Campbell being featured in the office for about 5 years now. Aaron Rodgers vetoed the Patriots talk whenever they wanted to trade him there. He said no. Any thoughts on that?
Smart.
Mm.
Because then he'd be compared to Brady, and he wouldn't.
Well, that
be
and he
the
wouldn't be
best.
the guy. He'd be Belichick. Would it be Rodgers or would it be Belichick?
Ooh, or was he afraid of the AFC East? Oh wait, no, he went to the Jets. So what had nothing to do with the division?
Uh-huh.
Did you guys see the Chiefs Super Bowl rings?
No, I'm not worried about other teams.
I don't know why they started the old let's pull off the top of the Super Bowl ring. Anybody know why they did that?
I didn't know they did that.
I haven't seen the ring, so I don't know what.
Yeah,
you're talking about.
they pull off the top, and it's like underneath the top of the ring is now like a picture of a stadium. I feel like those things are hard enough to keep all the diamonds and things in place. So why would you want to add another piece that you would have to keep up with?
It's a good problem to have, AK.
I guess-
it's a good
I guess
problem
so, yeah.
to have.
Yeah, yeah. So, and then the Bears are frustrated with Chase Claypool.
Yep.
Who would have thought that?
Yeah.
Got too worried about his TikTok celebrity status.
I'm gonna have
Isn't
to say,
focused on football.
it feels like when Pittsburgh gets rid of somebody, they don't want them. You know, like there's a reason why they're leaving.
Yep.
Well, I mean, usually, supposedly Tomlin's like a trust and respect coach, right? As soon as you break the trust and respect, you're out the door, and it's usually for a reason. I know one of our listeners is a big Coach Tomlin fan. Always loves the way Coach Tomlin gives pregame speeches and stuff. So,
Tune in if you're a big Tomlin fan.
Yep.
If you're not, also tune in.
But
Come
and
on
then
the show.
Jordan Love put out a tweet that said, "Happy Father's Day to all the Bears fans out there."
Mm.
So I don't know what that meant, but he deleted it.
Well, I think he probably got so much blowback from everybody saying, "When have you beat us?"
Would that mean that the Bears fans are his father?
I don't
Like,
know.
that's what.
Right.
There had to be some
I don't
type
think he's.
of.
Yeah.
Nice try, dude. Oh,
Hey.
all right.
Yeah, he's going to get
He
hounded
said
on
Happy
that one.
Father's Day to the Bears fans. Like, when you say Happy Father's Day to somebody, or somebody says Happy Father's Day to you, that usually.
He thought he probably sent that thing out thinking like, "Oh, I got him," and then somebody was like, "Dude, what?" He's like, "Oh,
why are you
You're
wishing
their son?
Yeah. So, all right, an
Bears
NBA
fans
real quick.
are going to eat that alive.
Wizards trade Bradley Beal to the Suns. Ja Morant suspended 25 games, and then he's doing candle lighter guns. And then MJ sold the majority stake of the Hornets. So,
For how much?
I don't know.
undisclosed." I think he's
Oh.
still a minority owner.
I don't know.
Him, J. Cole, and somebody else.
Who was in that Beal trade? That's pretty interesting there.
I don't know. They haven't.
Because
They haven't
Beal-
released
Beal's
it
a
yet.
I think
baller.
Chris Paul's in it.
So the Wizards bet them
Oh,
to
I
be in
thought
the
they
playoffs
released
next year.
him though. Did he get back? They released him.
I don't know. I thought I
couple
saw on the
weeks
ticker
ago.
that it was a package that included Chris Paul. I
Mm.
could be wrong, but I thought I read that.
Bet
No,
on
you
the
were-
Wizards to make the playoffs next year. That's what happens everywhere Chris Paul goes. All right. In MLB, the Rangers had lost 6 out of 8. Now, what are you trying to do here?
Text.
What happened?
Oh, Rangers are still up. Sorry, I was trying to figure out if Chris Paul was in that deal or not. I was trying to verify.
I'll
Rangers
look
still
at
up
you.
4.5. Still.
But they had lost 6 out of 8 the last that I
Well,
saw.
I'm just saying that there's been no change in the lead.
So
Facts.
the wheels are coming off.
Facts. No,
essentially.
it's facts. There's been no change in the lead.
Okay. And then I had this quick little note here of college football. Most 11-win seasons of all time in college football. I'm just gonna says no bearing on anything or any bias or anything. Most 11-win seasons of all time. Oklahoma has 27. Alabama has 26. Ohio State has 20. Penn State has 19. Florida State has 14. Georgia has 13. USC has 13. TCU has 13. Nebraska has 12. BYU has 12. Michigan has 11. Miami has 11. Clemson has 11. Texas has 10. Suck it, Tex. Notre Dame has 9.
They're on there.
Tennessee
They got
has
10,
9.
double digits.
Florida has 8. LSU has 8. Kansas State 7. Wisconsin 7. Oregon 7. So on and so forth. But what I found interesting is that how dominant the SEC has been. Only 2 of the teams in the top 10 are, in the top 15 are SEC schools. That's really interesting. Interesting fact there.
Hard conference. Chris Paul is part of the deal of going to the Wizards, but is not expected to stay with the Wizards. They're planning to deal him.
Let's go back to that 11-win season stat, though. That's pretty cool.
Hornets?
That'd be awesome. I mean,
let's go back to that to all you SEC stands. What do you have to say for yourselves about 11-win seasons and the SEC only has 2 teams, which coincidentally are Georgia and Alabama. Georgia and Alabama. How about that? Who would have thought? Wow, Georgia and Alabama way better than everybody else.
Hang the banner for all you other conferences.
I mean,
we'll hang national championship banners.
Georgia and Alabama, only 2 in the top 5.
Do the last 15 national champions.
Oh, okay. So we're going to do that where they had this stupid system where they said the SEC was the best out of just completely subjective and
any argument he loses, he changes
qualitative data.
Any argument he loses, he changes.
I thought rings didn't matter, Mr. Josh Allen.
Did they play and win the game?
Super Bowl rings don't matter. National championships matter. Playing for the love of the game.
So now we're changing that argument. Mm-hmm.
Playing for the love of the game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, not anymore. I guess they get paid now too. So the last 5 don't count.
So there you go. Just thought that was interesting for SEC fans.
Other relevant news.
Yeah, go ahead.
Speaking of NCAA,
Mm-hmm.
old Bobby Huggins.
Oh, the Huggy Bear.
That would have been a good. How dare you? I forgot about him.
Oh, Bobby Huggins. I was gonna say something a couple weeks ago about him, but I decided against it because I don't want to get into it with what
Oh, your in-laws.
he said and my in-laws.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, I was reading the report, the police report. He thought he was in Columbus, and he blew a .21. That would kill most people. But he resigned. He resigned. It's probably best. Let's just move on. Let him get better. Let him help himself get better.
Yep.
But in other news, Eric, our text, big news for your sister's father-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
He might become a NCAA sports fan again
Mm-hmm.
because the
NIL.
committee is looking into stop drug testing for THC
NIL.
and only doing performance-enhancing drugs.
Ooh, so
Wow.
3T can come into the NCAA.
Yeah. Kyle Kush.
Ooh.
Money speaks.
Kyle Kush.
Kyle Kush should be running it to him.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Hop in the
Who
car.
won the race anyway? Since we all
I
forgot.
don't know.
There's a how dare you right there. Late how dare you. How dare all of us. We all missed our own NASCAR tournament. None of us entered a
Oh,
line.
man.
Pretty funny.
Jeez. Man. And then the Intersquad Dad-Kings Jamboree results. Unfortunately, I was in the lead pretty much all weekend until about 2 hours ago. So Butch P, I think, won both of them, overtaking me. So that was devastating.
Was it?
Yeah,
It really wasn't.
it was. To lose those and to have my money fall out of the Millie Maker was pretty bad.
Now that one, yes. I'll feel for you on that one. But the
Oh,
Widowmaker,
man.
absolutely not. That one's pretty. That one feels pretty good.
Bet
Come
it
from
does.
behind.
Mm.
Always on the grind, man.
Major
Okay.
League Pickleball
There you go.
Season 1 Championship Monday at 9. ESPN.
Let's go.
There's a
We'll
major
recap it.
league for that?
Apparently,
yeah,
I just
pickleball
saw it come
huge.
across the bottom.
Golly. Pickleball
All right.
thing. I got to play it.
That is episode 38. Follow us on YouTube, Rumble, Twitter. We're still trying to figure out Rumble. Instagram. So Twitter at Millie Goats, Instagram at The Millie Goats, website and blog, themilliegoats.godaddysites.com. Apparel at RAEO, so www.raeo.live. And then subscribe to our show. Leave us a little review. Give us a 5-star. If you had a show, we'd do it for you. And I think that's it for everybody. I'm trying to remember that joke. My son, I've been trying to think of it all. What do you call
Don't do it
coconut
again.
that can't close his mouth without any
Go wake him
lips?
up.
I should. He's probably still awake.
What did the Buffalo say to his son when he went to college?
Make
What?
something to pay your bills.
Bye, son. See you folks later. Signing off.